I took a road trip down to Deland, Florida to go hang out with my good buddy Jesse Music at Musicalpythons, and he showed off some bangers from his collection, and I got them all right here in this film. Let's go check out Musicalpythons. What's going on, everybody? Thank you for joining me here today. If we've not met before, my name is Adam and this is the Proper Royals channel, and we talk all things ball python, and usually we focus on my journey from hobbyist to business, but today we're actually going to focus on some of my colleagues and friends in the industry that I've met over the past few years. And I did this road trip through Florida in February of 2023. And I stopped to see a couple breeders that I knew pretty well, and one actually that I hadn't met before, but he had some killer stuff too. Today's episode is about my stop at Musicalpythons, and that is Jesse Music in Deland, Florida. And Jesse showed off some really banging clowns, pies. I'm not even gonna spoil the surprise. Right in the middle, like, he didn't even tell me he's got a double recessive that he hadn't even told me about. It's right in the middle. You can hear my own excitement when he's like, oh, boom, maybe we should talk about this. So stick around. Jesse's been a great dude. He vends at most of the Florida shows, and you can check him out on Morph Market and Instagram as well. Musicalpythons, of course, his links are down below. Before we jump in, I want to invite you to check out my LinkTree link down below. There's links to my Instagram, Patreon, my email. If you will email me, I will send you an inventory list once a month. I don't spam you. I don't sell your stuff. That's where I tell everybody what I've got for sale updated that month. Other than the Patreon members, that's the very first place that I make animals available on my inventory. I hope to hear from you. Also check out the Patreon. Lastly, before we jump in, please do me a solid. Go check out the sponsors for all your shipping needs, your live reptile shipping needs. I highly recommend REDLINE shipping. They're the best customer experience and customer interface while you're booking your shipping in the industry. I was a user of theirs before I ever got into business with them, and their customer service, I swear it is second to none. I promise you that. Secondly, please check out Cold-Blooded Cafe if you feed frozen thawed or think that you might want to. I know it sounds really weird to make this analogy, but I spent 27 years running restaurants. What do you think I wear a chef's coat for? The quality of their product and their rodents that they're producing and the food that they're producing for our animals is second to none. I am proud to be aligned with both of those companies. Use the promo code PROPER5 at REDLINE Shipping to save yourself $5 on your next shipping label, and use the promo code PROPER10 to save yourself 10% on your next frozen rodent order. And those things get pricey. 10%, man, that's some little jack right there for you. With all that being said, thank you very much. I hope you enjoy the episode today. Thank you to Jesse Music at Musicalpythons. I had a great time. Let's go check out some of his animals. Take it easy, dude. So you got a fire entry Motley Clown.
Yep.
He's great, man. Like even with his little attitude. How old's he now? He's what, 2-3 months?
Yeah, 2-3 months.
So good. And this one's available, right?
Semi-available.
Well, you'll listen, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, I hear you.
Exactly.
I hear you. Yeah, he doesn't know what to make of that camera. He's a beauty, though. And you had, how many do you have? 6 in this clutch? Not of this same combination, but in the whole clutch?
7.
7, okay. So you think the Motley is what's reducing down that Enshi even more? Like, you typically on an Enshi, it'd be kind of those lateral top lines would be kind of connected with teardrops coming down. So you think the Motley's reducing that?
Reducing it even more, yeah. And if you look at his belly, Motley's a pure, like a granite gene and just base form. So I think since it's reducing with the Enshi, I think that Motley granite is really coming out in his belly pattern.
Yeah, almost like a masked yellow belly kind of influence in there too.
Yeah. Trying to get them upside down.
So let me see if I can get him. There we go. I got it focused on there now. Let me see if I can get him not to bite us with that that head stamp on the bite. There we go. Yeah. Look at him. Such a great animal. I was telling you before we started filming, man, I just love fire in clowns. The yellow gold kind of vividness that it brings and the outline of the pattern is just fantastic. So same clutch, similar attitude. And all right, so let's see, don't tell me, let's see if we can pick this apart. So I see Leopard in there. I think I see the reduction of with the Enchi and lack of teardrops. I don't know, you got fire and Motley in this one, you think, or not?
Just fire.
Just fire.
So I believe that's the Enchi Leopard Fire Clown. Same thing, got the nice attitude.
Yep.
Strong feeder.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, their body condition is fantastic. And so this one going into the holdback rack, or are you keeping this one available
as well? She's on my morph market, actually.
Yeah.
And same
thing. And it's a female, you said, huh?
Yep, female.
Look at the size of that girl. I mean, for even a 3-month-old animal, that is great size, man.
And with the fire, it's really making her head nice and orange.
Let me focus on that for a second here. Yeah, man. I mean, you can see those leopard eyes immediately, man. That's so cool. Such a good-looking animal.
I love with the teardrops, how you said they just obsolete the teardrops.
Yep.
Just turns into the circles.
Yeah.
And with the fire, it almost radiates the inside of them.
I think so too, and I think fire does that, like I say, that same like just creamy yellow orange contrast. What prey are these on? What are you feeding these?
Live rat pups.
Live rat pups, yeah. Yeah, they're growing fantastic, man. Because that one's flirting with 300 grams already, right?
They're close, yeah. I'd say 250, 300, yeah.
Alright guys, look at this crazy animal. And it, like, forget trying to sell anything. This is a like a clear, like, paradox, but almost like a chimera. Usually you would see a chimera split down the lateral dorsal line, but this one, the front end of it, displays, what do you got here, Jesse? What do you think? Fire Enchi Leopard?
Just fire leopard.
Fire leopard on the front end. And then we see right there this crazy break right in here. And then you go to the back end and it's leopard only. There's no fire back there. And then, Jesse, you said there was a ringer on the bottom end of it. Is it Hep High, do you think, too? Or just another crazy genetic stuff?
Just some crazy genetic funk, I think.
Got that ringer back here. Look at that. What a crazy animal, man. That... What'd you make of that when it first popped out? Because I mean, we don't go expecting.
Oh yeah.
Hey, here's a paradox half and half situation.
And literally, the first sight I saw in the egg was this.
Oh yeah.
So I was like, oh my gosh, what is that?
Right. Look at that thing, man. Like, to me, that is what our industry is so cool. What is so cool about it is because literally the evolution and mutations are happening in front of us. Like, it's anybody that can be doing this. And even aside from all that other like cool paradox stuff, again, yeah, just that leopard head stamp and face that we love on a leopard clown, man. Man, I never caught that in like the Instagram posts and stuff till seeing it in person. That's crazy. Oh man, thank you for sharing that. All right, we've seen a bunch of the crazy combos, but Jesse, you said this one is the single gene Mystic Clown. Talk us through what Mystic's doing on here.
Same thing. It's basically lightening up the belly, adding contrast to the side here. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you could clearly see some of the like the blushing and the white, man. Almost like a Cypress effect, man. Not quite, but almost, yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah. I definitely think once again, Mystic Clowns are pretty slept on. It's the Mojave complex, you know.
Yeah.
That's the iffy part about it.
Yeah, you just gotta watch the White Snake production. Did you get any Mystic fires? Now that's a different clutch, huh?
No, the same clutch.
Same clutch. No Mystic fires.
All these clowns came from a Fire Mystic Leopard Clown to a Enchi possible Motley Clown, which I reproduced a snake that looks exactly like Mom, so I'm pretty sure I proved out the Motley. At least I'm convinced I did.
That's a great glow. I mean, that is cool, man. Like, that gives me new ideas for my Mystic Potion that I have at home that I wasn't sure what direction to take in, other than just producing bells. That is that's something there, man. Very nice. So this is the same reproduction as the mom.
Yep, and I believe that's Inchy Motley, because the mother is probable Motley. And same thing, just super reduced Inchy looking snake.
Yeah, see, normally I would...
Super Inchy, but can't really... There's no way to be a super Inchy.
Right, that's where... That was where I was going to say, like, on first glance, I would say, what we have here, a super Inchy, but that's not possible from the pairing. We get that reduction like we were talking about in the first animal that we looked at. Yeah, really clean, no teardrops, broken up lateral, but not broken up as much as like a lot of super Inchies would be. And then we still see, usually I find on a super Inchy, there's a
break in the neck, right?
Yeah, completely disconnected head stamp to the neck, somewhere in there. And this one is not. This one goes straight through.
The belly.
Yeah, it's got that same little gravelly speckling on the bottom, huh?
Yep.
Yeah, and that you don't see on super Inchies. I've got several super Inchies at home, that clowns. That is not what you see there. Yep.
That one is available too.
That one's available too. Alright guys, check out this pied. I love pieds, and I have a lot, and I'm working on pieds a lot. But I gotta tell you, like, the quote simple genes, man, they do the best. Like, look how bright. We got a yellow belly pastel here, and pastel and pieds. And everybody has opinions on pastel, but and pieds, man, I almost can't really think of a scenario where I wouldn't include it unless you were just trying to go for really, really dark pieds. But pastels just brings out the vividness, and then you get yellows, oranges, browns, like really nice colorations in there, and then vivid patterns, man. That one's great. That one available, or are you holding that one back?
Available as well, man.
Available as well. Very cool. Alright, I don't know if the colors on this are going to fully pick up, but this is a super Inchy yellow belly pied. She's going to try and tag me, which is okay because it's a camera.
And this actually came from the mother was an ivory pied probable Inchy, so definitely proved out to be Inchy as well, because she was bred to a pastel Inchy pied.
And what would differentiate the super Inchy and pied versus Inchy? Because the patterns get kind of jumbled up with Inchy.
Exactly. And their
what are you looking
saddles? For? The Inchy's almost going to be almost fading out, kind of. The pattern's not going to be as deep black as a normal Inchy pied. The head stamp's even more reduced on her.
Yep.
Of course, the high white or low white.
Yeah, the low white on the Inchy, and that striping seems even more apparent than in most pieds. Like a lot of pieds, it kind of gets washed, almost a tie-dyed look, and that one, those are really, really apparent. So yeah, I would agree, especially from the pairing you said that definitely is super Inchy.
And of course, I've consulted with multiple people.
Yeah, which is always the way to go in the community anyway. What a great looking animal, man. Yeah, it's got that really reduced head stamp. Almost not the eye stripe, but the right above the eye stripe, the color there, almost like a Krypton, where it connects right back with the neck on there. That's cool. Great animal, man. All right, now we're getting into the stuff that's up my alley. I know everybody's got opinions on bananas, but I still think they're just striking animals. So this straight banana clown, or anything else in this one?
Just a banana clown.
Yep.
But it's a female, so you have to know the sex linkage thing.
Right.
Definitely some extra studying there. One cool thing about her is she got a weird little black spot right here.
Oh yeah. I don't know if it's provable or not, but it seems like the banana gene throws these cool paradoxes in almost every banana clutch that I have. But yeah, you see the purples and the pinks still, and she's up above 300 grams on that one. You see her colors are still holding fast. Oh my gosh, Jesse's holding out on me. He just pulls this over onto the cart like oh, by the way, look at that. There's y'all that don't spot it. That's an Azanthic clown. Just looking sharp. Any other gene in there? Pastel or anything?
No. Just a super exquisite example of an Azanthic clown, man.
Yeah, I agree. Where did this one come from? If you want to share, you don't have to share.
George MD.
Oh my gosh, really?
Yeah.
Guys, if you seriously, like, if you don't know George MD, EMDE, and he doesn't have a huge social media presence as far as himself, but his animals are phenomenal. He's right here in the Deland area, and he's been just a true gentleman to work with, and just produces these killer animals. Look at that thing!
Really ridiculous.
Oh my gosh! Let me see. I'm gonna go, and he might try and tag me. I gotta. Is it male or female?
Male.
Male.
He's gonna start going into some of my clowns.
Yeah. Yeah, by fall he'll be ready, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if I can get that head stamp without him. That is crazy.
He's not liking it. But
it's okay.
There we go.
And that's on the holdback rack. That one's not available.
Yeah.
Just keep your eyes out for what Jesse's going to be producing, guys. Jesse, what you got?
A Ultramel VPI Axanthic double visual, and she's about to start moving up to the new tub here soon.
And it's a female. I just caught the pronoun. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Guys, the color on this is hard to pick up on the camera and almost hard to describe. I mean, it's somewhere. I mean, there's yellows, there's browns, there's greens. It's an Azanthic Ultramel, so it's going to mute the Ultramel effect. But then again, the Ultramel effect is brightening up the Azanthic gene.
It's like a coffee, toffee, mocha,
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know, you know, like a chai latte or something, tiramisu or.
Well, and mixing them with the genes that already really alter colors. So, like, I've got an Azanthic banana at home.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a black and white animal. It's a creamy animal, and this one has that sort of creamy quality to it as well, since it's already mixed with a gene, the Ultramel gene that messes with pigments, man. And this is the stuff that you don't see in the Azanthic project. You know, everybody thinks of you know, the Stormtrooper as the kind of the ultimate Azanthic, but this is cool territory in my opinion.
I'm just letting her take her time and.
Yeah, well, I mean, she's what, 700-800 grams there?
Creeping up there, yeah. Like I said, I'm about to start moving her back to the adult rack. I just when they're right at that finicky line, I don't want to move them and then have them shut down eating on me.
Mm-hmm. So. There's no rush, man. They're gonna do what they do on their time.
Exactly. It's a marathon, man.
Yeah.
Not the sprint, like everybody says.
You never know, man. Just the neighbors down the street.
Yeah.
They could just have Ultramel Azanthics right in their rack, right there waiting for you. Whew, killer. So we got two from the same clutch. What was the pairing on this one, Jesse?
Spot Nose Enchi Ghost to Pastel Leopard Ghost.
All right, so we got two examples. We'll start on this one, and we'll add a gene.
This is a Pastel Leopard Ghost. Pastel washing out the head, making this orange content to the Ghost Hypo. I love Pastel Hypo. It's super underrated, man. Both genes. I don't know why. I don't get it. I have a big female over there going into shed. She looks phenomenal.
I think y'all know I'm a nut on Hypo. I'm super bullish on the future of it. This to me is really what you could do for any model of combos, but you take a brightening and a darkening gene and you put them together, and then it's in the pastel and the leopard, and then you glaze it with the Hypo, man, and that animal's just going to get more vivid and more vibrant. Yeah, I want to look at the adult here in a minute too, man. Okay, so then the sibling over here
is, I believe,
we add one more gene, yeah?
Yep, and I believe that is Spot Nose. Because look how much broken down her combination is. And
I had asked Jesse off camera, but it can't be super pastel from the pairing, so that heightened, you know, pattern scrambling, that's got to be from the Spot Nose. And then even the head stamp being a little bit washed out, that's the Hypo effect.
And there's Enchi in there also, but I don't believe this could be the Leopard Enchi, because with Pastel and Enchi, when they work together, they make almost like that butterfly cross on their head stamp.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I'm not seeing any of that at all.
Now,
so.
I've got a Leopard Enchi Hypo at home. Matter of fact, with Pastel, I think, and this is brighter and more vibrant. I don't think that Enchi's in. Yeah, I think I'm with you. I think it's Pastel, Leopard, Spot Nose, Hypo.
And same thing. She's got a nice bright ringer.
That's crazy. Again, just the genetic mutations, how they just pop out. Great example of siblings right there. Hypos. Those are hatchling hypos. We'll look at an adult one here shortly. Run them down for us, Jesse.
So I believe this would be the Pastel Enchi Leopard Spot Nose Ghost.
Yeah.
And I actually hit two of these, I believe, in the clutch. The other one came out of a boob egg, so it's literally tiny, man. It's the tiniest hatching I've ever had. And he's actually eaten twice for me already.
I was gonna say he's holding out.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Super excited, man. It glows in the pattern on this, man. That's amazing.
And you can see that reduction even from the other one though, with the brighter bands of the kind of the yellowish area, and that's the inchy reducing from the last one. Yeah, especially evident on the tail there. Yep.
Yeah, look at this side, dude.
And it's that vibrant as a hatchling. You guys got to realize. I mean, as a hypo, that is going to get more and more and more vibrant. That one available? Or are you keeping that one? Or you haven't decided?
I haven't decided yet.
Okay.
It's got 3 meals on her, so might be at the Tampa show.
All right, new clutches, man. It's January, and you still got new clutches. So these are brand new, fresh shed, right?
Yep, just shed 2 days ago.
Am I right? These are all pieds.
Yep, all pieds. The pairing was my male breeder Pastel NG pied. He was pretty much my main stud. He went to a Mojave Orange Dream possible yellow belly pied. This is the fun task.
Well, it's funny because we got some that jump out immediately. Like these here, probably pretty clearly what Mojave, maybe yellow belly with the.
Obviously, this one. I think this one right here is a little bit more stacked. Trying to get them all to come out without messing them up. You know, it's kind of hard. This one I think is a little more stacked. I think that's a Pastel Mojave. Yellow belly or orange dream, just because of how the pixelization and how bright her oranges are becoming.
Yep.
So I don't think it's just a Pastel Mojave.
What a contrast from the head stamp too.
And I think I missed Inchy in this because it'd be a little more high pattern and a little darker. Because all the Mojave Inchies I've seen are pretty dark.
Yep.
This one right here I believe is just a Pastel Mojave pied. Maybe yellow belly, not too sure because this pixelization right here, it's hard to see, but in person it's pretty.
Yeah.
Pixelization with the.
Oh yeah, I do see it. Especially that little peninsula sticking out there.
And then the yellow, almost yellow rings around the saddles. But I believe this is a Mojave Orange Dream, because with the orange and then it almost has a black outline around the saddle. I believe Orange Dream starts to do that with Mojave. And it's not quite as light as the other one, so I don't believe it hit pastel.
Yeah, and you can see that vivid orange outline right up here.
And it doesn't have the pixelization like yellow belly. It's got a tad bit, but I believe Orange Dream does that as well. Not quite as extensive as yellow belly, but it also brings that black, almost those black outlines to it, the saddles.
And you think that one has Mojave in it, right?
This one definitely Mojave.
Yeah, I was gonna say the Mojave kind of brings like a gray dustiness to some of the saddles as well as the head, man.
Yeah.
So I think that's pretty identifiable.
And it deletes all the like black interior pretty much to the saddles, like the nice little.
Yeah, that's true. You don't look at that thing. That one's electric. Ooh, hi,
got
buddy.
some added. See, look at that competitiveness, man. Already starting to try to feed. I believe this is an Inchy yellow belly.
No Orange Dream?
Possibly.
Possibly.
It's hard. When I'm looking at them online, the Orange Dream is fading out this black pretty bad in the Inchy. So
I see.
See,
I was looking in this little.
Yeah.
Oops, I lost the camera there. I was looking in this little area right there.
But yeah, I believe Orange Dream would be muting this blackness in his saddles a little bit heavier than it is, so I do think this is only Inchy yellow belly.
Okay, and then she can bring out those oranges and pieds as well, so.
I think it's just a Pastel yellow belly pied. Looks pretty similar to that other Pastel yellow belly pied, it's just a little white.
Lots of action in there though, huh?
But these are very new, so
yeah.
Hard to tell, man. I think this is just a Pastel. A funky, really crazy pastel. Maybe Pastel OD, man, now I'm looking at it.
Mojave with that dust? With the gray in there?
I think the head would be more browned out.
Yeah, that's true.
And you see how the ear area is almost...
Yeah.
On all the Mojaves.
There's that gray shadowing in there. That's a cool animal there. Interesting. It'd be a fun one to grow and prove.
And here's the last one, or no, second to last one. I think this is the Inchy Pastel yellow belly, maybe?
I think so.
Yeah. Look at that pixelization on the side. Yeah, so yeah, yellow belly. And then this last one right here is what proves Mama out to me. Hard set, that's yellow belly pied. Maybe possible OD.
Yeah.
But I think it's just yellow belly pied to me. Pumpkin pied, man. Beautiful.
I think there's OD in that one too.
Yeah?
I do.
Okay.
I really do. Especially looking on camera. It's weird because I don't know why, but on camera sometimes I can identify things better than in person.
Well, she is starting to get that black outline, like I was saying, that
Yeah.
a lot of ODs have too on their saddles.
It's just incredibly vivid on the camera, man. I don't know if it's heightening certain contrasts or what, but...
And like just seeing like this clutch for some reason, like it hit me like this is like what I dreamed of doing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I do know what you mean. I remember when pieds were like, you could buy houses with a pied, man, and now here we are like producing them. Like, it's incredible. Cool. And none of these have had a meal yet, right?
Nope. Oh, fresh,
Yeah.
fresh.
Good, healthy babies. Look at the size of them. They're good. That is great. Nice, man. Guys, here's a perfect example of why I said to put pastel in your pieds. There's a mature female. Look how vivid those colors are, even as a mature adult with pastel. So this animal that we're about to look at, super pastel, banana pied when it was born. Typical orange. I'm going to get him to send me the picture so I can share it properly, or not just the camera. And then this one is pastel pied.
Pastel inchy banana pied.
So this one is pastel inchy banana pied. Not the same animal I was just showing you on the screen. Now, and how old are these, Jesse? 4 or 5 months?
No. They were born January 17, 2022. So about a year. Almost a year.
Okay.
Yeah.
So a year in, watch what this super pastel banana pied is doing. Here we go. Check this out. What? What the fuck? That, guys, it is all creamy gray. Completely at a loss right here. I could do a whole video just on this animal. And Jesse, what was the pairing? Like, what like for anybody like me who goes, no, there's something else in there. What was the pairing? What could I mean?
The pairing was my pastel inchy pied male that I stud out up to all my pieds to a pastel banana pied female. Plain simple, easy gene. I thought it was gonna be something easy, but no.
No camera tricks, guys. Look at. You
Side by
see
side.
that? Yeah, side by side. This has all yellow pigment has left that animal, and that's not just typical ball python like dulling. That's not the case.
And that is typical ball python dull. This is her.
Right, yeah, okay, so here's that one when it was born, super vibrant, wow, makes great pictures for selling. We all know that about baby bananas, fantastic. And here it is as it matures, right? And then this one. Oh my gosh. Oh, we're gonna see the mom here too. Oh, now the mom has a similar.
Grayed out, yeah.
Yeah.
Now I compare her to like cookies and cream ice cream with all the banana dots and. Something funky going on with the banana.
Yeah, you got something in there, man. I need to let one of my males come have a date, man. Look at that. So that's the mom. That grayness in one of the babies. And clearly, I wouldn't say clearly, but none of it that we can see just yet here. Striking difference. You got all kinds of gems going on, man.
I'll bring up her baby picture too.
Jesse and his gray animals, another one graying out. Not Azanthic. It's not a lightning pied. It's a super pastel Russo. So super pinto pied. And here's where this one was. Had the pigments. Completely gray. And that, like I said, that's not just ball python browning. That's now this one and that banana are not related. Is that correct?
No,
Do they come from the same breeder?
Nope, not at all.
Not at all. There's another one over there. Look at that.
That's what I would think a super pastel Russo pied or pinto pied would look like.
Right.
But now she looks like that.
Huh.
And I think she looks amazing.
She does. it's almost like a safety net because you don't have to worry about any color going away. Like, it looks amazing and it's incredibly vivid. Yeah, look how dark the tail is, man.
Literally like steel.
It really does. I mean, it is, looks like a pewter, and I'm not talking a snake pewter, I'm talking the actual metal alloy. Again, I'll say it, man, that's why it's my favorite thing about this industry. I mean, it's evolving right in front of us. We gotta set out to figure out what's going on here, man. Man, how cool was that? I told you he's got some killer stuff cooking. Go check out his animals on Morph Market. I trust that some or all of those are still available. And if not, just go see what he's cooking. You see if that's his base, he's only going to improve from there. So thank you so much to Jesse Music at Musicalpythons. All of his links are down below. Again, please check out our sponsors, Cold Blooded Cafe and Redline Shipping. Otherwise, keep it right here on the Proper Royals channel. I keep you up to date with everything that I got going on and all the people that I go to visit. I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much. See ya.